I don't know about you guys, but I am extremely hyped for the Wuthering Waves times Cyberpunk collab, and it just had me wondering how exactly are they going to link these two worlds. Then I realized something. The concept of Voidspace and Cyberspace are actually really similar, and I'm hoping that's how they link these two realities. But if you're new to one or either of these games, you might not even know what I'm talking about. So what is Voidspace and what is Cyberspace? In Cyberpunk, humanity escaped reality by uploading itself into data. In Wuthering Waves, reality itself is becoming data. That's why Cyberspace and Voidspace feel so similar yet completely different at the same time. So for one, both exist outside of normal reality. In Cyberpunk 2077, cyberspace is a virtual dimension created by networks and AI. It's basically the second internet. It is a digital world that exists beyond the net, where data, programs, AI, and digitalized minds can exist independently of the physical world. Unlike Wuthering Waves' Voidspace, cyberspace is fundamentally a technological creation rather than a natural or cosmic phenomenon. Its purpose is that it was built for communication, data storage, business and commerce, and network infrastructure. Over time though, it evolved into something much more. It became a home for powerful AIs, a battlefield for netrunners, basically assassin hackers, a place where humanity's consciousness could be stored as digital constructs or backups, basically USBs for your brain. If you copy your brain and put it in cyberspace, is that copy you or another person entirely? That's a whole question in itself. But what other things can you find in cyberspace? You'll find databases, corporate secrets, security systems, rogue AIs, digital constructs of dead people, and entire virtual environments. Beyond the black wall is where things really get interesting. That's basically the internet, the second deep web. You'll find dangerous AIs, anything from digital ghosts to digital gods. Who knows, maybe you'll find iMyth in there. But yeah, the black wall is like, it acts as a firewall. And if that thing breaks down, which eventually people think these entities will find a way to break the black wall down, that will destroy cyberspace as they know it. The whole cyberspace will be infected. It's kind of crazy. Skilled netrunners can navigate directly through cyberspace with their minds rather than using traditional screens and keyboards. Another difference is in cyberspace, you can enter it at any time pretty much, while in Voidspace, it's kind of tricky. Many people connect portions of their brain to the net every day, where professional netrunners can dive even much deeper, people like Lucy. You can also leave and disconnect whenever you want. However, there are dangers like brain damage from hostile programs, being trapped by security systems, attacks from rogue ninjas, death while being connected, or even overheating. For ordinary users, you can simply disconnect whenever you want, but for netrunners, it can be way more dangerous. You can't just disconnect whenever you feel like. So what happens if you die while you're in the net? Well, that's where things get interesting. We don't really know exactly. I did mention how your mind can be copied onto a construct, like a USB version of yourself. There's a whole technology around this called Soul Killer. It's how Johnny Silverhand was made. He's a prototype, but we don't know too much about death in cyberspace. People upload their own minds, they can travel digitally, and exist as constructs after death, basically making clones of themselves, aka stuff like Johnny Silverhand. In Wuthering Waves, Voidspace also exists outside of normal reality. Well, I wouldn't be surprised if you thought Voidspace was some sort of alternate dimension, but based on what we learned in Lehigh Roy in version 3.1 moving on of Wuthering Waves, Voidspace isn't just another dimension like Cyberpunk. It's more like the inside of a black hole. Like, it's basically the inside of the Thronian Amyth 1 itself, which is a higher dimensional graveyard where everything that Amyth 1 has consumed ends up. It's basically the higher dimensional belly of Amyth 1. I like to look at it as a black hole, but yeah. Time in this place is not linear. Space is completely warped. Objects and people from different era can coexist. Things appear in moments of time that they never originally belonged to. As for the reason this place exists, is it stands as a repository of everything Amyth 1 is consumed, as that stuff has to end up somewhere. It's a manifestation of aim is power, dissolution, and erasure as well. It's a place where erased civilizations and lost frequencies end up, remain, and trapped. It's like a cosmic landfill, an archive of things that were removed from normal reality. You'll find different civilizations consumed by Amos 1, lost frequencies, people and objects swallowed by void storms, and fragments of different timelines and eras. It's a place you need extremely high concentrations of void matter to reach, usually associated with severe void storms. The problem here is that living beings rapidly lose their frequency inside of void space and can be erased from existence. Frequencies being what we need to survive in the normal reality of Wuthering Waves. Everything is made up of frequencies in Wuthering Waves. It's not a place where normal human beings can usually survive, that's for sure. It's mostly similar to cyberspace in that it exists outside of ordinary reality. It stores information and remnants of people and allows for encounters with things that should not be there. The biggest difference though is cyberspace is a digital network built by humans, while Voidspace is a cosmic phenomenon tied to Amos 1 and the structure of reality itself. One's technology, the other is a higher dimension of dissolution and erasure. Void space can be entered through special means. You can encounter memories and echoes, interact with information detached from the real world. And the key similarity between both these places is it's a realm of information where the information is more important than actual physical matter. Another similarity is that memories become real. In Cyberpunk, memories get treated as data. A personality can be copied into an engram and survive physical death. Meanwhile, in Wuthering Waves, echoes preserve experiences, resonance records record information, memories can physically affect the world. Both settings ask, if your memories survive, are you truly gone? However, one difference is human creation versus natural phenomenon. In Cyberpunk, cyberspace is completely man-made. It's built by corporations that run the net. Humans created that technology. Then AI evolved it beyond human control. That's when you get into things like the Black Wall, which is a firewall created to keep out mutated viruses that would completely destroy the cyberspace if they got beyond that Black Wall. In Wuthering Waves, void space appears to be tied to the universe itself. It's connected to frequencies, resonance, and tacit phenomenons. Instead of humans creating this system, humans discovered a system that was already existing. This is a huge philosophical difference. Another difference is technology versus reality breakdowns. In Cyberpunk, the theme of technology is becoming life. Humans merge with machines. The question becomes, how much of yourself can you replace before you're no longer human? Wuthering Waves, the reality itself is unstable, the world behaves like information, and the question becomes, what happens when existence itself starts to lose its original form? That's why resonators can create ice, lightning, fire. They're manipulating reality through resonance. In the end, I guess I'm trying to say cyberspace is a digital reality built by humans, while void space feels like a hidden layer of reality itself that humans just stumbled across. One is used by humanity to attempt to transcend death through technology. The other may be proof that reality was information all along. In other words, if Cyberpunk is asking if humans can become data, Wuthering Waves asks if the entire universe isn't already data. But I'm sincerely hoping there's a connection made between void space and cyberspace during the story, and who knows, maybe that's why Rebecca is included in this collaboration, because if you know, you know. That's all I really gotta say. Like and hype the video, subscribe if you found any of this interesting. Peace.